So in this video, what I'm going to go over with is some of the eddies that I do and some of the moves that I do on the comp channel here. Get a lot of people asking me some questions, you know, about following me down the comp channel. Well, I figured I'd do a quick little video of some of the moves I do here. The boat I'm in is the Liquid Logic Power Slide, which is a fun, fast, downriver, kind of high-rockered boat. You can see right here, these first two eddies, they're pretty basic. One on the left, one on the right, ferry back and forth. Crossbow both left and right. Now, this is a little tighter eddy. Drop into this one. I don't crossbow this one because you might hit the wall a little bit, so I quit doing that there. Come out. This is called Cheese Grater Rapid right here. I just do a little front surfing on it and, you know, basically just kind of blast over that corner. Pretty easy move right here. Now it's kind of like go up and ferry over. This one's a little harder. This one you want to throw your weight forward. You got to get forward right there to get that one. If you don't, you just wash off the backside and go down backwards. Now this is a kind of a complex move. Come down and then eddy out really hard right behind the Rooster Tail. Right in there. I'll crossbow that a lot, but and this time I didn't do it right here. This is always my favorite. Just come up. Now you can boof off the Rooster Tail. Watch. Stomp. See that? Now I kind of blast ferry back and forth. Go over. Crossbow that. And then just kind of like blast up. Stomp it again. Pretty easy move. And once you get it, it's kind of a cool feeling. I like that. It's kind of fun. Just kind of crossbow back and forth on this one. Drop down. I think this is called Sketch Wave or something down here. You can splat this wall. You can splat that wooden wall right here. What I do is just rub my bow on it just barely and then crossbow into that eddy. Now there's a good attainment right here, everybody. You can obtain actually all the way back up to that wave. So I'll stay here and I'll do this sometimes a couple times. That's why some of my comp laps are like 10 minutes long. You could easily stay, you know, a long time out there on the comp side right here. I think right here I just kind of like do that little bow rub. I don't splat this boat a lot out there, by the way. Tears the tails up on them. Half slices get destroyed out here on this comp course. So just be careful with your splats and your stern stalls and things like that, because it can definitely tear the tails up on them. Now you can actually obtain all the way back up to that wave from this eddy right here. You can easily see it. Now I'm going down. Maybe this is the bridge zoom flume or something, I think is what this is called. Drop into this eddy. I've been wanting this attainment right here so bad. You can see it. I'm seeing it. I think eventually I might get it. You know, it's going to be interesting. I did try it a few times. That's why now I'm in the left eddy. This is called bridge drop. I usually just eddy out here on the left. Drop down. Nothing major there. You just surf out right here. Kind of go left of this little kind of curler. Now there's a... you can pivot turn this pretty easy, but be careful on your tail right here. Once again, just spin it fast. Get forward. You can obtain all the way back up to that wave also from here. Notice you don't hear me hitting the bottom or hitting my paddle. That's actually a skill that you perfect out there, is not touching anything. I know it sounds crazy, but you know what? You can do it. With enough practice, you can not touch anything. Drop into this little eddy here. This little surf wave right here. It's kind of fun, you know. It's a little harder in a longer boat like this, but you kind of get used to it. In a shorter boat, you can flat spin it, play around, and do about whatever. Kind of blasting up. Sometimes I'll sit here and I'll just kind of like surf back and forth right here. Kind of like from eddy to eddy. But once again, now I'm entering, I think this is the top of Pinball Alley. Now this is where you can really work on your aggressive kind of eddies and ferries, those blast ferries and eddies, and there's a couple of attainments here. Here's one of the attainments. What's this pylon right here? After I just said that, if you hit anything, make sure you hit plastic out there. Don't hit the walls or the bottom. Line it up a little cleaner. You can actually obtain all the way back up to that wave. Kind of play on that wave some, and then work all these eddies once again. So you can spend a lot of time on one lap out here on this comp side right here. Well, you can do it on the Wildy side too. You guys leave in the comments if you want me to do something like this for the Wildy side. Show you all the moves I do out there. Once again, you did the attainment, now come down. I love that crossbow into an immediate draw. When I do that crossbow, I do an immediate draw stroke to pull me across the river. I use that in a lot of situations on a lot of different rivers, not just kind of like here and just showing off. It's actually just a move that helps me get that crossbow into a draw right here. Kind of like do a little kind of angled lean right here. We're here once again, crossbow to an immediate draw stroke.
Oh my God, this power slide's so good here. It's like kind of made for this course. Even a slalom boat gets bottom more than this thing. The rocker's what keeps it
going on about the power slide. Once again, get in this eddy. Now there's a water booth to be had right here. And the way you want to do this water booth, just barely let your bow miss this gray pylon right here and watch. See that little water booth? Into an immediate draw stroke and then pulls you over into this. Now you can surf this wave also. I like the attainment here. The attainment here is not actually that easy. So do this attainment, come up. See how my tail's locked? I'm looking back. I'm like, what's going on? Those swirly eddies will sometimes lock a half slice tail. Gets underwater. Now it's disengaged. I'm going to go ahead and do the attainment. Don't hit bottom with your paddle. Attainment. Lean forward right there. Lean forward. Do a little hip thrust. My tail is actually touching that rock, and that's why it kind of stopped a little bit. You can ferry back and forth here, you know, as many times as you want. I like coming out, kind of hitting this hole, and then grabbing this eddy here fast, and then just pull stroke right into an immediate ferry. Now, this is, to me, one of the hardest attainments on this entire course, for sure. So I'm going to obtain up, back up to that eddy. Watch this. So go down, come in at a kind of an angle, and then just give it really hard, quick. It's more timing and kind of stroke placement than power and speed. I've done this, all these moves I've done in a reactor, actually, in my creek boat. So it can be done in both. You don't have to have this boat right here. Never done it in a small play, but oh, that move right there, I let my bow hit the hole and did all one motion right there into this little eddy against the wall right above Big Drop. I'm right above Big Drop. Now, I back surf this back across sometimes. Every now and then I'll turn around backwards and go backwards across that just to add some extra spice and try this eddy, try this attainment a few times, but I'm 60% on that attainment. Now just ferry out. Now I like to go right down here sometimes. Watch this. This is a harder move to go right. The real line that a lot of people, the line that a lot of people will do is left to right momentum and just blast out of there. Come down. Now I want to ferry across to the Boilie eddy on the river left. A little bit of lean. You notice how I did that lean? That leans to engage the edge to blow me out of that hole. That's why I didn't just land in a side surf. If I would have stayed flat, I would have been in a side surf. I do the exact same thing to get out of here. I watch so many paddlers struggle to get out of this. Just here's what you want to do. Just come up right here on the backside. See that lean? Just a hard lean. That's all you got to do. Even if you roll, it's going to wash you out. Come down. I always like try to crossbow switch this one. Now you can ferry back and forth across here, but I think I just pretty much, yeah, my paddle's still turned upside down. This is called pothole. Stern stall this. I missed it, but you can load that tail and just kind of like go. Well, there it is, everybody. There's my comp lap. You know, I know it's almost 10-minute comp lap, but you guys comment below what you think, and I will see you on the river.